Hey everyone, I'm Carlie. My pronouns are they, them, or she, her. I'm a cross stitcher, a knitter, a spinner, a natural dyer, an aspiring weaver. That's new. And quilter. And this is my FlossTube. And I'm back. I don't know for how long. I have been on a hiatus from social media. I've been checking back in periodically and just really realizing how much happier I am the less time I spend on those sites. So still finding a balance. I have been messaging with some of you, so that's been lovely. But I have been participating in Stitch for Pride and just really felt like I wanted to make a video because I'm feeling very today happy and excited to be part of different communities, and I want to take advantage of a time when I'm feeling upbeat and good. I'm also kind of like doing the same thing with other commitments I have in my life and being like, like how much time do I really need to spend being plugged into this? We're growing, we're changing, we're learning, and that's what life is all about. So let's get into it. I have been making a lot of stuff. Some of the things I don't have. I was making gifts for friends, so they are no longer with me. The gifts, the friends are still with us. I'm so rusty. I'm like... it's gonna be fun. Okay, this is the DC Metro map. I made this for a friend who just graduated, and they love public transportation, and I met them in DC. We actually met on Tinder. That's where I meet all my friends, is dating apps actually. Of course, I got to do a little bit with this, got to close that up, but then that will be a gift for them when I see them next. Another gift for a friend that I have yet to give. Oh my god, it's so cute. Oh my god, look at this. This is by Mama Witch X Stitch. It's called Tea Time, I believe. And this was made for my friend Emily, who worked with me at the yarn shop where I work, and she moved. Rude. No, where she used to live, I would hang out there a lot. We turned out to we were neighbors, which was amazing. And she had a little possum who would come to her house at night, and she would feed it hot dogs. And this is cake, not hot dogs, but that's us just hanging out. I don't know when I'm going to see Emily next, but hopefully soon. She can decorate her new house with it. She's a grown-up and owns property. I have been working a little bit on my Kind Kapal Sal. This is a piece that I bring with me when I go to the stitching group that I'm in, because parts of it are like really easy. I don't need to bring a pattern. So I'm just kind of working on it there. This one's so freaking fun. I love doing these geometric shapes. I think coming into the middle here, I'm a little like, oh, but I like doing the like repetitive things. But this is fun too when I'm in the mood to do that. So, yeah. Done. Okay, who's next? Oh, I've been working on this. This was my prompt, or this was my oldest whip. So, oh god, needle's still in it. So I was working on this yesterday for Stitch for Pride. Because that was the prompt, and I was working on it today because I was just having fun with it, and I haven't worked on it for a really long time. This is the Spider and the Fly. I think it's by Tempting Tangles. Oh god, I have it like right here. Yeah, Tempting Tangles. I just have to finish the web, and then I have to put in the fly's wings. This pattern does call for beads where the fly has some empty bits. I'm still on the fence about that. I'm like, maybe by the time I'm done, I'll just want to be done. Or I will want to bedazzle it a little. I don't know. We'll see. I'll show you what this is supposed to look like. Ooh. Yeah. So, like, pretty close to being done. Oh, I gotta do his little whiskers, too. Cute. Ooh, yes. Let me... Gonna have to pull some stuff out. Who do we have? I don't remember what I showed last time, and I'm not gonna go back and watch, so just deal with it. I'm sorry. I'm being, like, really, really rude today, and you didn't ask for that. I'm sorry. This is Sweet Pleasures by The Gathering Place. I have shared before, I do not like this quote because it reeks of capitalism, and that's not who I am. So, when I find it, oh, I know where it is. So, oh, God bless it. This is the one it's in. Whew, criminy. So, I have replaced it with a quote that I prefer and resonates more with me. Ta-da! It says, "Let this radicalize you rather than lead you to despair." And boy howdy, has that been a helpful sentiment for a long time, but very recently too. I am very close to being done. I know that I don't like working on this thing because the colors are really similar and it is annoying, but I have to do another one on the side. And then I think I'm basically done. What's in here? Oh, haha. This I worked on the first day of Stitch for Pride because it is my brightest, boldest colors. This is Butterfly Garden by The Blue Flower. And I worked on this purple butterfly and added this viney thing, which was really fun. Oh, and if I, most of the fabric I have is 32 count Lugana from Fortnite, because that's what I got the most of, if I don't say. And it's a club fabric, so you can't get it. Do I have the thingy? If you are annoyed at me, that's homophobic. Okay. I apologize. This is the pattern. You're not homophobic. I'm just an idiot. Ooh, very seasonal. I worked on this one a lot in, oh gosh, in April, the other Jesus holiday. So this is House of Christmas. And I worked on it at Easter time because nothing says Easter like Christmas. Although I guess we wouldn't have Easter without Christmas because Jesus has to be born before he's resurrected. I'm so proud of myself. I finished this whole top part. Look it. Oh, it's so good. She's a beaut. Goodbye. Ooh, this is a fun one. Crinkle Crinkle. Jack's Bash by Plum Street. This is what it looks like. I will never understand the photography choices with this pattern. Have I worked on it since the last time I showed you? I don't know. But look at my alphabet. Oh, very fun. Very fun. So I am in I'm in a stitching group, as I mentioned, but I'm also in a natural dye group. This is all within my local craft guild. Last weekend, I met up with the ladies that come to dye with me, and we dyed with some stuff. So this is Orange Cosmos from last year's dye garden that I helped tend. There's still like flower material in here. This was mordanted with oak galls and then placed in some ivy, but our burner wasn't working, so the ivy never actually like boiled. So it's like a little bit darker than when I put it in, but not by much. And then this was pine cone, and it doesn't smell as good as when it was cooking, but yeah, that was really fun to boil up some pine cones. It smelled amazing. And then now it has this really kind of like squeaky texture. And I don't know if it's because it's full of sap or what. And now my desk is a freaking mess. Oh God. Dirty. Knitting. One of the things I made was Denise Baden's Wave of Change blanket / shawl. My boss at the yarn shop wanted a shop sample with some yarn that we often recommend for like baby blankets and stuff. Now it's in the shop and it's this bright pop of yellow, and it's my first shop sample, so that was really exciting to get to do. And then we've had this local yarn in the shop for a while. It's this one, and I just look at it every day and I'm like, oh my God, And you're so pretty. And I just wanted to knit like a gray pullover. So I did end up getting some. Okay, no, we're okay. I have it on, this is a pullover. It's by Peace Fleece. I can't remember the name. Oh, Father Son Pullover by Peace Fleece. So this is either the back or the front. And this is the back or the front. It smells like a sheep. Right now, I'm working on the sleeves. 2 at a time, like they're socks. And it's really, really fun. That's all the yarn I have left. And supposedly it's going to be enough to give me caps on both sleeves and a neckband, but I am skeptical. And I got the yarn on sale, and it's not on sale anymore, so I'm going to be a little annoyed if I have to pay. I mean, I still get an employee discount, but I love a deal, you know, especially with yarn. I knit a sweater earlier this year, and it was my first sweater, and I don't really care for it. So I wanted to knit something. One, I wanted to learn a different construction style of sweater, and then also I wanted to knit a sweater that like I like. And if that's just like a simple gray pullover, fine. That's what makes me feel like most comfortable and most myself. Amazing. So I did it, or I'm doing it. And then I also I'm learning how to weave now. We had local yarn shop day, LYS, back in April, and my boss has a gigantic loom that she brought to the shop and had on the table, and like community members could like practice weaving, and it became this like beautiful wall hanging that another community member like won. And it was a little slow that weekend after the initial LYS day, and not too many people had participated, so I took it upon myself to just go nuts, and I wove on that thing. I had to like walk across. It was very labor intensive, and I hurt afterwards. And Ben was like, I want to do this all the time. So through my guild, I was able to get a 16-inch rigid heddle from Ashford. Someone in the guild was, I had mentioned to her that I was in the market for one, and was still kind of like doing my research about what I wanted. And she cut me an incredible deal. Not only did she give me the loom, but she included a like bag someone had custom made for it, someone else in the guild. And I just crafters, man, they're the best. So I have a freaking loom now, and I don't have a ton of space in the current room that I'm in, but on Monday I'm moving to the other side of the house to a bigger room, so I will be able to warp much more easily. But in the meantime, I did want to like just, you know, take it on its maiden voyage. And I made this. And it's not really meant to be anything, just a practice piece, and I learned a lot while I was doing it, so that's good. I really love seeing how the colors turned out, so stay tuned for more nonsense of that sort. Rather than doing a family finish and a former finish today, I wanted to show you a friendship finish. Oh my god. If you don't know Nithya from Daybreak Stitchery, you're missing out, because she is if sunshine was a person, and she showed these in a video actually, which I had been taking a break from FlossTube, and I'm starting to go back, and I was like, I recognize those. Nithya, sweet Nithya, sent me, not only did she send me this beautiful sunflowers, which are my favorite flower, and I don't know if she knew that, but that's the truth. She was like, well, I'm like, sorry, I didn't really know how to finish it, so I just sent you the whole thing. And I was like, you mean you sent me like fabric for free? Thank you. And it's a 36 count linen, and it's beautiful. Look at the, so good. So I also have not fully finished this yet. But yeah, when I'm in my new space and kind of like settled, I will think about it. But for now, every time I see this, I just smile. And it's also really inspiring, like, because when I do 2/2 on 36 count, I feel like it looks too, like, crowded and bulky, but, like, Nithya's coverage and just, like, the evenness of these stitches is phenom. Like, goals, truly. Stitchy friends, what can you say? And then the last thing I want to share, we'll see. So, the backstory to this, I'm in a local mutual aid group where we focus on doing laundry, and there's a new kind of like vintage store, or they've been around, but they recently opened like a brick and mortar, and part of what they want to do, because they're friends with some of us in the group, they have offered to like fundraise for us, basically. So every time somebody makes a purchase at the vintage store, they're asked, like, do you want to donate $1 to our mutual aid group? And they had like a weekend recently where a bunch of the stores on that block like had things on the street. It was like a art mart or something, and we were able to go and check it out and table and like meet people, and it was really cool. I went into the shop before leaving just to like thank them and say goodbye, and I looked at some of the clothes and I was like, cool. And then I was walking out the door and my eyes went, woo, because I saw this on the floor leaning up against a wall, and apparently they've had this for a long time. I have not Googled it yet to see if it was like a kit or something, or if this is truly from 1891, but it's kind of a combination of things. Like, mostly it's embroidery, but then these leafy things look woven to me. Like, when I look at them, they're like woven and felted. But you can see there's like French knots on these flowers. Also, something I want to point out, do you see this like kind of discoloration here, this white? I was like, oh cool, like mottled fabric, aged. Here's what it is. I opened this frame, which was a freaking pain. Getting this back in here was even more of a pain. I will never do it again. I know there's like this stray thread here that I'm not going to fix because I'm just over it. Anyway, this is glued to a piece of cardboard, and this is the glue. I would prefer that this was like a kit from the 90s that somebody glued, or a pattern from the 90s, and not something actually from 1891 that somebody glued. Like, that breaks my heart. Why would you glue something from the 1800s? I don't know. Anyway, so I can't think about that. I have it on my wall, and I still think, ooh, I love the mottled fabric. I can't think about the fact that that is glue. Yeah. Devastating. Rude. Terrible. Bad choices. Whoever did that, shame on you. I'm sure you had your reasons. Anyway, that is everything for today. I guess one thing I'll share, I don't usually talk about my tattoos, but I got a stitchy tattoo. Sorry, I'm gonna flash my armpit too. Look at this lady. She's stitching her tattoos. And what I love about this, all right, we're leaning into it. Look at everything. What I love about this looks like Jabber, the cat that I live with, and this looks like Duck. So I have tattoos of the cats on me, is how I'm taking it. Anyway, thanks for being here. Thanks for looking at my armpit, and also at my crafts. Yeah, I don't know when I'm going to be back. I don't know if I'm going to respond to any comments on this video. I still have them, like, notifications turned off. It's not that I don't love you. I I'm still taking a break and really liking it. So, anywho, hope you're well. I love you. Happy Pride. Oh, also, this marks 1 year since my second FlossTube video. My FlossTube anniversary was in May. So great. All right, y'all, I'm gonna go. Bye.